Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video with you about how to utilize your Shakeology. It's a question I get a lot, like when should I have it in my day? What should I be putting into it? And I want to tell you, there's no real right or wrong answer. I will share with you exactly what I do, and throughout the challenge, I'm sure that other participants will share with you how they utilize it. But for me personally, I've been drinking it every single day for the last 6 years, except for my first trimester when I was super sick and like couldn't drink it almost ever, and I felt terrible without it. But I've been drinking it regularly for 6 years, and I can't imagine how in the world I would get in the food that I need to every single day without it. I have no idea, because it is a huge part of my day. So I personally like to have it late lunch. That's my favorite time, because usually that's the time of day when I'm feeling kind of like dragging a little bit, and I notice a huge energy pickup whenever I have it at the end of the day. Not the end, but like midday, usually about 1 o'clock. But if I'm working at the hospital, I always have it on my way into the hospital. I'm an ER nurse if you don't know that, but I always have it on my way into the hospital. That way I stay full for longer than any other meal that I've ever had. So typically it keeps me full the way I make it for about 3 to 4 hours. There are ways to make it where it's not going to keep you as full as long. It just depends on what you add into it. So I will tell you exactly how I make it. I make mine with a lot of things in it. So I do 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, and I don't count that as any containers. I know it'll show up in your yellow container. I've done a lot of like paying attention to what's in almond milk, and most of it is just water. So I don't count it as anything. It's 25 calories per cup of almond milk. It's not super nutrient dense. It just gives it a little bit of flavor and a little bit better consistency than if I would just do it with water. I always blend it too. This is all in a blender. I do not shake my Shakeology. I think it's disgusting. I would highly not recommend it, just because I think it's gross. So why do it if it's gross and it can be delicious? So 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. I do 1 to 2 cups of spinach, depending on how many veggies I'm going to have that day. Typically, the amount of veggies, depending on how many I need to. There have been times in my container count during my fitness journey where I can only have 3 green containers in a day, which is not that many. So during those times, I typically don't add any veggies to my shake. But on the times like I am right now, where I need 5 veggie containers, and this is all dependent. You're like, well, how do your container counts change? It depends on where you are in your journey. Are you in maintenance mode? Are you in lose mode? Are you doing a super hardcore intense program where you're going to need more calories because you're going to be burning so many calories? So that's how those container counts can change, is because of those different variables. So right now I need 5 veggies every single day. I struggle to get in 5 veggies every day. So I do 2 cups of spinach in my Shakeology. I hate spinach. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not one of those people who loves spinach. I don't like it at all. I'll have it occasionally with some mixed greens. I can do it in that setting, but just have like a spinach salad by itself, I think it's disgusting. Like I said, I'm a really picky eater, so you guys are going to see, like, it's hard for me to get in some of these. So that's one of the things. I do 2 cups of spinach in my Shakeology. I do a frozen banana or regular banana, just depending on what I have, because it's sweet. It makes it sweeter. I've used banana in my Shakeology pretty much forever. So I've got 2 greens. I've got my purple from my banana, my fruit. Then I've got Shakeology that I add in. I do chocolate vegan just because I have acid reflux. And so the vegan helps me a little bit, especially like now that I'm at this point in my pregnancy. I've really been splitting my Shakeology in half. I've been having like half at a certain time of day, and then having the rest later in the day, just because it hurts to get all of it done at once, because it's a really big shake. Sorry, my hair is insane. But so I do unsweetened almond milk, 1 cup of that, 2 cups of spinach, 1 banana, Shakeology. I do a red container of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I also hate yogurt. I hate yogurt. I think it's disgusting, but I hide it in my shake because it gets me another red container. So I've got 2 reds, 2 greens, a purple, and then I add peanut butter. And I typically do like 2 teaspoons of peanut butter. at least. Sometimes I do more. It depends on the day. And that's a lot. So it's a lot of stuff in my shake. So it makes my shake very, very calorie dense, which is good for where I'm at because I can't get in all these containers otherwise. I truly can't. It's really hard to get in a lot of the containers. And as you are in the program and going through the program with your containers, you'll notice that it's a lot more food than you probably expected. So this is one way that I get in a lot of containers. So I add a dash of water, about 5 or 6 ice cubes, blend for like 15 to 20 seconds. And then I've got a huge, huge shake. And it's actually, the rest of it is in the fridge, but this is a 32-ounce container of water. And it definitely like goes all the way to the top. Like it's a huge, huge shake. So like I said, you can split it in half if you want to and have, half in the morning and then put it in the fridge and have the rest later. I actually used to do that in college. I would make it the night before and then I would like grab and go to class the next day. It was a little long to sit in the fridge. Like usually like 2 to 3 hours is probably about as long as you want it to sit in the fridge, just because it's really best right away. But I will say recently with the reflux situation that I've been having it split into 2 different settings, and it's been just as good actually, surprisingly, when it's been sitting in the fridge. So I would highly suggest, if you don't know when to drink it, try it at different times, especially during this first week. Try it for breakfast one day, try it for dinner one day. If you are able to do it, at lunch, at work, then do it. If not, that's okay. Try it at different times. I like having it. There are definitely days where I have it for dinner because I think that it, like if I know that I'm not going to be able to get in a good dinner and I don't want to cook, it's a super quick and easy way to get in a ton of really great nutrient-dense calories. That said, I want you to know a couple things about Shakeology. You'll learn more throughout this challenge, but it is not a protein drink. It does have the amount of protein in it that most protein drinks have. It's about 17 grams. So it's a hefty amount of protein, but not at all a protein drink. It was made to be a nutrient-dense drink. So it is giving you tons of micronutrients that you are not going to get in your diet, because we have superfoods that are imported from around the world that we have an ingredient hunter, and I'll share some videos with you throughout the challenge about what he does. But he literally goes and finds these ingredients throughout the world that are hard to harvest and source and maintain integrity of the ingredients, integrity of the earth, through harvesting those ingredients. Like it took us 3 solid years to find a vanilla source that they liked, and they found it in Madagascar, but it took them 3 years to find a vanilla source. Like we didn't have a vanilla flavor for a really long time because they just weren't happy with the vanilla people who were producing vanilla, and they didn't think that they were doing a good job of it. So when I'm telling you that you are getting the best of the best ingredients, you absolutely are. And you're going to notice a difference in your energy level and how full you are after you drink it. Those are like my 2 biggest things that I've really noticed. It has been clinically proven to help people lose weight, but that's not like I said, I've been drinking it for 6 years. I've never lost weight on it, just because it is what you make of it. Like depending on how you use it is how it's going to work for you, if that makes sense. So that is all that I have to share with you about Shakeology and how to use it. If you have any questions, which I'm sure that you do, definitely make sure that you message me so that we can talk about it and how to fit it best into your schedule and your daily life. So hopefully that helped kind of break things down and share with you how you can use it. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.